Hey, how we doing, guys? I'm just here with like kind of another diecast haul update. Picked up a lot from a gentleman that used to work for Budweiser, and picked up some cool stuff. This is the '02 All-Star game. Oh my bad, '01 All-Star game, Dale Jr. So being Budweiser guy, he had a bunch of Dale Jr. stuff. They're all in great shape. I don't think he ever displayed any of them except for another one I'm going to show here in a minute. Um, but that one was in great shape. And then this one, I don't think he ever took out of the package hardly, except for a couple times. Um, but this is the 2000 Olympic team, Budweiser, Remington, and this one was awesome. Dale Jr. is not by any means my favorite driver, but I love him to death. Dale's a hell of a personality, hell of a dude for the sport, hell of a super speedway driver. But so I had to get some stuff for his collection. So there was a handful of things out of this lot I just had to keep. One of the things, the first thing that actually introduced me to this gentleman that I had to pick up from him was a Revell collection of the Dave Matthews Band version, and that was just so out there and random to me, at least for like a band sponsor, but maybe not. It is NASCAR. But that was super cool and in flawless shape because he still has the the tub for it. So that is in that's a good one. And then the one thing I was super excited about, but I will hold off for a minute. There was another special of the 2000 Olympic team in there. Um, but picked up also recently from another gentleman, sweet Mark Martin hauler. Love the haulers. Mark Martin, Ricky Rudd, both my favorite guys. So always down to pick up any other stuff for a collection. Um, and then moving on, right here, this is the thing that I thought was sweet when he showed up and showed me everything else he had. This is the Kenny Bernstein Top Fuel Dragster. And I'm not a drag guy by any means, but the detail on the Budweiser paint scheme with the Olympics there, it looks phenomenal. And he is the Bud King. I do recognize Kenny. But the top fuel was too cool to not pass up in the lot. So definitely hanging on to that one. Um, I am in the midst of setting up a eBay account. So as I go through these die casts, we'll be moving a handful of them. Another handful will be brought down to the collection, like the Burton one. Let me get this out of the way. The Burton one from the other video. Love this car. I bought that purely for my collection. But the most of the pre-orders I'm doing, except for like the Daniel Suarez Atlanta win, picking that up specifically for me. But the Dale Earnhardt Coke 600 164, probably going to put that one to eBay. We will see. I don't really have a whole lot of Dale Senior stuff, but my mother was his biggest fan, and we are looking through to see what she's got because she just has in storage a ton of Dale Senior stuff, and I'd love to get a hold of a handful of stuff to just actively display in my collection. But I definitely want her to hang on to all that as like museum almost because she has so much great stuff in there. And so much random stuff as well. So definitely when we get going through that, maybe have to do just a little collection video of what she's got hiding from back in the day. Growing up in that Dale household, I think is what made me kind of like a Mark Martin fan. He seemed to always be just right behind him. And then beyond that, the only other thing I believe that is new is I did get one more hauler, and that would be the Kimi Räikkönen. Love Kimi Räikkönen. I'm not much of a F1 guy anymore. The rules have really gone beyond what I can bear to watch. Love IndyCar, love NASCAR, but do love Kimi Räikkönen. Was a hell of a driver, and seeing him come over to NASCAR, I was just so stoked. So trying to get the 164 hold of that. I have an autographed 118 Connor Daly IndyCar. I'm trying to get a hold of the 124 autographed Connor Daly NASCAR to go with it, the Bit Nile. And then beyond that, looking at a few others. But there's a couple collections I'm talking to some gentlemen about buying off and going through. And I'll probably do a few videos on those when we get a hold of them. Beyond that, coming up in August, we do have IndyCar coming to Portland, so we will be doing that. I'm going to try and get much better footage than I did back in 21 or 22, whenever that was. And October, we are going to NASCAR in Las Vegas, so super stoked for that, so definitely expect footage from that. And then anything else, I would definitely make sure to keep you guys updated, and hoping to get some more content onto the channel here, guys. So hope you enjoyed. Definitely make sure to like and subscribe, and go ahead and check on out the other diecast guys too, as far as going on with that. That's one thing I definitely want to shout out is the Spoiler Diecast. I loved ordering from them going online, and they've been just great to order with. I think like 4 or 5 orders now, and they've all been here like 4 days flat, so just want to shout that out. So thank you guys, and have a wonderful night.